Okay, welcome back, guys, to episode 12 of Sky Factory 3. And Josh, we have got some serious work to do today because you know how our colossal chest here has been storing stuff really well for us. Yep. Over the last week, I chunk loaded the garden cloches because I needed a new outfit, Josh. You see my nice new outfit?
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty sweet. If you look onto the side of my bar over there, guys, what's your armor rating say on your diamond armor there, mate? On the left hand side there, middle screen.
They're all average about 300-400.
Mine's on average about 3,000-4,000. So you could hit me; it wouldn't make any difference, mate. This is just, it's pretty powerful stuff. This is Supremium armor, guys, and what I did is I chunk loaded the garden cloches into the system, and it's made us so much inferium essence that if we have a look at our chest here, if you remember the last episode, we said we couldn't get down to like the second row of our thing. The garden cloches have almost filled our chest. It's all the way down here now. See, that's almost all the way down the bottom. So, Josh, we have to fix this. We have to get our storage system squared away today. But before we go on with that, Josh, I know that you have a real problem with Enderman.
Yes.
So come with me, Josh. Come over here. In fact,
not really my friends.
Before we do, jump into your into the refined storage here, Josh, and type in Supremium.
Yep.
There you go. You got a full set of Supremium armor and a full set of tools there, mate. Just grab those and change them over. They're all yours. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Now you look like Santa all over again.
Yep.
Right, now to make this stuff, guys, it's pretty straightforward. If you just click on the NEI, you see the recipes. It's pretty repetitive. You've got to build up your bricks, your ingots through basic to inferior to prudentium and all the rest of it. So follow it along at NEI, and then it's just basically follow the recipes and you get it this way. You don't need your wings anymore, mate. You can do away with those. The Supremium armor gives you flight. You can fly without the wings.
My God.
Okay, so let me just put the rest of this stuff away. And we'll be upgrading this armor soon. All right. You look at your sword, mate. Your sword attack damage, 21 attack damage. Pretty powerful stuff. We can get it up even higher than that.
Durability unlimited.
Yep, they don't break. So come and fly over here. Flying's a lot quicker.
Dean, I'm in love.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is you got your shuriken there, mate.
Yep.
So in this chest here, grab the knife blade pattern and the ender stone, bottom right.
Knife blade pattern. Oh, yep.
So over here, you want to make in your part builder in the corner here.
Yep.
Put the pattern in there and put the end stone there, and grab yourself an end stone knife blade.
Just one.
Just one. You got that now. In here, let me just take that out. Put your shuriken in there.
Yep.
And put the knife blade in one of the chests there. Okay, now take that out, and what you have is a manilium paper end shuriken. Now come over here, Josh. Let's go and see if we find Enderman.
Yep.
So guys, we're coming back again. We're going to keep moving on until we get some Enderman, so I can show Josh exactly what this shuriken does. With the end stone blade shuriken, the Enderman don't despawn, so you have a ranged weapon now. You can throw at Enderman. So.
It's a lifesaver right there.
So, Josh, they don't even need to get near you, mate. You can just kill them with your shuriken. So, what we're going to do now, Josh, is if you look at our RS system here, look at all of our top stuff. We have 1.5 million inferium essence, 600-odd thousand dirt essences, and it just keeps going down from there. I've made some drives and some discs for the RS system, and again, recipes in NEI. You can look it up yourself, guys. I don't think I have enough of them to do that. So what I'm going to do is I've also made, if you type in quantum, I've made 20 quantum storage units.
Okay, yep.
Now these hold 2 billion of one item. Okay.
Oh my God.
We've got 20 of them, so we're going to be good for storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I set these up. To transfer stuff from the RS system into the quantum storage units, and then actually once it's in there, display it in our RS system. So what we're going to need is I've also made some external storages. All right, so if you look in the recipe before I take them out, you can see the external storage there. They look very much like the exporters and stuff. So I'm going to grab those. I made a heap of exporters. We're going to need those. I've
Yep.
also made some relays. So type in relay. And I'll explain how these work in a minute. So I got
Yep.
that. And type in redstone. Sorry. Redstone. You see there I've made a redstone transmitter and a redstone receiver. Now these are some
Yep.
RF Tools items. These are really cool. You know how when you use redstone, you've got to run redstone wire everywhere to transfer it, and if it's over 16 blocks, you've got to put a repeater in there to boost the signal, and yada yada yada.
Yeah, that annoying thing. Yeah.
These things, you match these up, and you have a switch on the redstone transmitter, and anywhere you want to put that signal to go to, you put the receiver down, and it will actually activate the redstone signal. No wires necessary. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Man, some of these mods are just amazing.
Yeah, I love them. They're great. So that now we need some cable to hook it into our system. I'll set one up so we can show it, and I won't do everything. I'll just set one up for the viewers to see how I do this, and then through the week I'll set all of them up and show you how it all works. So we have 1.5 million inferium essence. So we're going to transfer that inferium essence into our storage system. So
Yep.
I might do it sort of give myself some room here. I'll put it here, Josh. I'll put one of the blocks here. There it is. There. That's going to hold 2 billion of our item over here, Josh. Are you there?
2 billion in this one block.
2 billion in one little block. So I put a block down. And what I do is I'll get a relay. Now, I'll get a external storage and an exporter.
Yep.
So the external storage goes on one side, the exporter goes on the other. Now the exporter will transfer the items from our RS system into the quantum storage chest. The external storage will read what's in that chest and display it in the RS system. Now the problem we have is if you don't cut one of these things off, it'll just keep looping through the system and just keep feeding through the external storage chest. So what we need to do is about to have one working while the other one's off, and if you want to set the other one on, you want to turn the other one off. And this is where the relay comes into its own.
Yeah.
So let's just run some cables through here. Okay, we've got a couple of Endermen here, guys. Josh, where are you? Where'd you go, Josh?
I'm here. Right above you.
Oh, there. Kill the Enderman, Josh, with your shuriken. Kill him. He doesn't despawn. Isn't that great? Oh, there's another Enderman there. So look, I have an Enderman shuriken as well. So if there's another one over here, check this out, guys. You can shoot the Enderman, and they don't die. They don't despawn. You just kill them with your shuriken. Isn't that awesome?
Amazing.
Okay, so back to the task at hand. You're a crook shot, mate. What's going on?
Yeah, I am. I know. The amount of shurikens that are on the ground.
Okay.
Alright, you keep explaining.
Right, so back to this. So what I'm going to do is at the end of each of these cables, I put a relay. Now, what happens with the relays, when you activate these relays, they basically, with them deactivated, it stops anything on the other side of the relay from working. And with it active, it turns them on. So what we need to do is I need to get a cable, and this is all temporary. I'm going to move this stuff around in a minute. I might do this underneath and I'll just dig a hole down here. Whoa, that lag is bad. Sorry about that, guys. The lag's shocking. Okay, so I come down. Oh, perfect. Look at that cable right there. So what we need to do is, I need to work this out. We've got to be able to turn one of these cables on and off when we need it. So, pretty sure it's just a redstone signal at the relay. So if I put a cable just there, not that one, just there, and come up here, that turns the relay on. Now, if you look at the export, now what's happening now with that on there, that's turned the exporter on. So that is now active in our RS system, right? And this one's not. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn them both on, connect them both up to the RS system. Let's put it dig there. It's good having this cable underneath, Josh, because it's
Amazing.
it's just we just connect off it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You don't see any of it.
now both of them are active here. Okay, so all we need to do now is we need to just set up a switch. Are you back now, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need just some redstone torches, mate, if we could.
Redstone torches, yep.
Yep. One there. Turns one
How
on, turns
many?
the other one off. Just make it 3.
3?
And a little bit of redstone.
Yep.
And a lever too while you're there. So
Hard.
when I put the redstone on here, it turns the relays off.
Yep.
Like so. Now we want to have the external storage one running all the time, because that displays what's in the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another block. Will that one do it? No, it won't. What I'll do is I'll put another block. Block, of course, will do for now. Like I said, this is only temporary. I'll sort this out a little bit later on. I'll put a block there with. Oh, okay. Maybe what I need to do is go back one. I'm not the best with redstone, but and a bit of redstone.
I'm not too great either.
There, that turns it off. So now what happens there is we now have one on and one off. So what we need to do is we need to be able to reverse the signal when we have a step happening. So what we can do is we put the receiver here, and if we put some redstone signal down there and there. Oh, hang on, before I do that, you get the receiver, okay, and you need to right click it on the transmitter to match the channel. So if you look at if you mouse over this transmitter, Josh, you see it's got channel 3 in the wire at the top. When you right click it, it actually sets the receiver at the same channel. So you put the receiver in your hand, you right click on it, and you see down the bottom meshes it says channel set to 3. So then you put this thing down. We need a wrench. I'll see if I can place it. There we go. Notice the blue arrow here on the transmitter.
Yep.
That's the side you put your lever on. Right.
Okay.
Notice the red arrow on the receiver. That has to point to the redstone cable that you're running.
So this side only is the input, and that side only is the output.
Correct. Yeah. Right. Now, from what I can tell, there's no range on these things. They can be as far as you want. So you can have a bit of fun with another player. Put a redstone receiver on their base and just start flicking your lever on and off on your base, and it will give them a headache. So what happens now? So watch when I put the lever down here. Watch what happens to the relays when I turn the lever. See how it's changed over and they've swapped?
Yep.
So the reason we want that to happen, I'll just turn them off now, is when we get a whole heap of stuff in our disk drives and our disk drives turn red and they're filling up, we put another quantum storage chest down with an external storage and an exporter in it. We set it up so that they have that item going into this chest, flick the lever so that the exporter is turned on, and it takes everything out of our RS system, puts it into the chest based on what's in the exporter, and then when it's full, you turn it off so that now the external storage sends the signal back to the RS system and shows you how many you've got of that item. So, Josh, we need 3 speed upgrades for these and a stack upgrade.
Yep.
So what we're going to do, we've got the exporter turned off. So at the moment, this exporter is not working. The RS system can't actually see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the inferior essence in there. I'm going to put the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put another inferior essence in the external storage, and I'm going to set the priority of the external storage to 5. Now I tried setting it to 1, but it didn't quite work. It got confused, so I went up by 5. The higher the number, the higher the priority. so that when something goes into the RS system, it's going to go, there's a high priority, it's going to go into the quantum storage chest. All right, so if you right click on the external storage, Josh, and see this priority, you see it's set to 5. In the external storage, you need to put the speed upgrades and the stack upgrade in the side there for me. Okay, so the exporter has our 3 speed upgrades and our stack upgrade, right, and our inferior essence is in there. So now what we're going to do is, if we have a look in there, there's 64, and I'm going to throw the rest in there. So notice it's actually going up. It's going down a little bit. Probably because they're being used by the mechanical crafters. So watch what happens to those numbers now, Josh, when I turn this over. Because what's going to happen is it's going to export everything out of the chest into this quantum storage unit. So if we go turn that on, what's happening now? Yep, see it going up?
It's growing exponentially.
So now what's happening is you actually won't see the items in the refined storage. You will, but you see it starting to go down. Because we've got 1.5 million, it's going to take a little bit for it to go down. And we'll come back to that. So what it's doing now is it's emptying our chest of inferium essence into this quantum storage chest. Okay. Now we're going to do the same setup for our drives. Maybe not so complex, but we're going to run our a system to export all of our items from the big chest there into our drives. Probably using our ender chest or something like that, because that doesn't filter anything. Like the external storage, the exporters, you need a filter to actually export stuff.
Okay.
So, and this is how you do it. So this is how I do all of my quantum storage units. So I've got, on my other base, I've got like 100 of these set up with all different items. And the only stipulation is you need to make sure your cable for your exporter is not connected to your cable for your external storage. Right, they're two completely separate wiring system. Right, so when you turn it on, you either have your exporters turned on or you have your external storage turned on. Never both. Right, and that's how you set it up, and that's how I transfer stuff out of my RS system into my deeper storage units. Pretty neat, hey?
Yeah.
So relays are really, really useful to really control the flow of all your items. So that's how I use them. That's how they work. I love these Redstone transmitters and receivers. They are absolutely brilliant. In fact, Josh, if you come over here, there's another Redstone tool over here that I've used for our mob farm. If we come over here, notice when we had our mob farm, we had the witch water underneath, and we had to press a button all the time to clear the mobs out. If you come up here,
it's kind of broken.
Yeah, if you come up here, this is a timer from RF Tools.
Ooh.
So if you right click on it, you can set the delay. So at the moment it's set to 600 ticks, which is around 30 seconds.
Yep.
So what happens every 30 seconds, that'll send a signal to the Redstone repeater, which sends a signal to our dispenser.
Is it just like a 1 tick signal, or like
Yep,
how long
just a 1 tick signal. It
Nice.
flicks on and it turns, and basically all it does is it turns our witch water on and off.
Nice.
So every 30 seconds we have skellies coming down, and every other 30 seconds we have wither skeletons coming down. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. It's all pretty cool.
Yeah. It's all set. What's this little skull doing all the way out here?
Might have been something when we killed the mob. So
Probably.
that's now what we'll do with our drives. If we have a look at we'll go into our drives and I'll show what these things look like.
Yep.
If we go to drive in our refined storage, disk drives, you see them in there. If we just pull those out and we put them, we'll put them around the back here for now.
Yep.
There they are there. When you right click them, you've got some space for 10 disks. If we go, we'll go into our refined storage. If you want to grab 10 of the disks, mate, you can show your viewers. They're 16K. Oh, they don't stack.
Oh, the 16Ks?
Yeah. Right, now I've got these in patterns. stored up in patterns in the system, and the recipes are really easy to make. Again, look at NEI. You've just got to build them up as you go. So all you need to do is you just right click and you put these into the storage system, and each disk holds 16K. I think I got too many out of yours, Josh.
Yeah.
Hey, that's interesting. Oh, it's only 8.
Yeah, it's 8, not 10.
Only holds 8, not 10. Oh, well, I'll have to make it a disk drive. Now, I believe, Josh, with this system that I have set up here, this is all you need. The 3 disk drives is all you need to run the RS storage system. Right, just that.
That's it.
We'll never fill them up. If we closely monitor it every week and come back and have a look at this system here, our quantum storage system, along with our refined storage there, we will never ever fill these 2 disk drives up.
Sound very confident on that one.
I am extremely confident on it because I've done this and it works.
Yep.
It works really well. So you don't need to have thousands of disk drives. The one shortfall for the RS, the refined storage, is it only goes up to 16K.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've played with Applied Energistics or not. That actually has 16 meg disks, which is a far better system as far as storage goes.
Yeah.
But this works well. The quantum storage units, 2 billion of each item, fairly easy to make. You need a lot of obsidian chests, which is a fairly long process. You've got to get a chest, turn into iron, go to gold, to diamond, and so on. Excuse me. And go from there. So, what else have we got to show? Let's go and have a bit of a showcase on what we've done over here.
Yep.
Hey, look, Josh, there's an Enderman up there. Get the Enderman, Josh. You're out of range, mate.
There we go. Let's hope my aim's a little bit better.
So he's attacking you, and I'll kill him.
Here we go. The place is just covered in shurikens now.
Oh, actually, just a quick one, Josh. What's your if you hit your inventory button, mouse over your manilium paper shuriken, and hold the shift key down. What's your attack level?
Attack 5.48.
5.48. All right. Mine. How much damage did that do?
I didn't see. Do it again. Literally 0.
That's the supremium armor. Mine's at 11.4.
Oh.
Right, just mouse over again. What's your XP level at?
XP, 50 out of 500.
58 of 500. Mine is at 3,292 of 8,000. You need to, now that you can fly, mate, you need to go into the end, take some time, go into the end, go over to that nether fortress and start killing mobs. You see, you're out of range, mate. It's not that long. Just stare at him, let him come down to you.
God damn it, you need to come here, buddy. Come here. No, he's not coming. Wait.
You don't turn away. They're both coming at you.
There's 2. I didn't realise there was 2.
Yeah. Fire away, mate. Fire away.
Lag's not on my side, I'll be honest.
No, it's not, is it?
There we go.
Yeah, guys, I apologise for the lag today. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Maybe my boys are doing something.
There we go. They got quite close, but...
Okay, so while we're here, what I've done is, in here, chest, you can see a heap of items that I've made. We've almost filled up the first page. So patterns for the storage chest, all the bits and pieces for that, patterns for the importers, all these items here, your storage parts for your storage disks, and so on and so forth. So that's all pretty straightforward. We've shown you how to make that in the last episode. Go and have a look at the last video, and while you're there, just hit the subscribe button and the like button. So these are the Ender IO boxes here, Josh. Except for the last one. The last one's just a automatic. Is just an auto sieve, and we needed that. So that's an early mid-game machine. We needed that though to make prosperous shards. It's the only way to get prosperity shards. So if we hit E and just type in prosperity shards, these little things here. Now, we will be able to get them a little bit later on from mystical agriculture, but we can do it with a void ore or void resource miner. But at the moment, we can't actually get them. We have to use it's the only way to get them is through a sieve. By sieving sand through an iron stiffened mesh. It's the only way to get them.
Okay.
So now what we've done here is, you look up here, Jess, this little box here. Dimensional transceiver.
Yep.
These things rock. They're a little bit expensive to make. And again, look it up yourself, but you can make them. They're quite easy. But what you can do with these is you can transfer anything, anywhere, over any distance, instantly. So these are the bomb. These are brilliant. So the top button here is the settings. So you can see what's sending and receiving in there. The next one down is your filter. So you can actually have a whitelist or a blacklist of what you want to go through. The next one, and this is what we're using this one for, is the black square, the black and red square. That's the power. Now, all this, don't mind all this available power here. This is all my, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but because I place this down, I can see all my other power sources. And I made one called
electronic store, amp power.
Yeah,
power,
yeah, that's all stuff from the
power.
other bases. Yeah. The spawn power, and I'll show you where the spawn power is coming from. That's the one for this base. So at the moment, this receiver is receiving spawn power. So that now becomes a battery cell from our massive storage unit. Brilliant stuff. Now,
that's insane.
Yep. The chest down below is items. So you can actually dictate what items you want to send through the place, and the one below that is fluids. So steam and water, usually that's standard for when you make turbines on big reactors.
Yeah.
And what we might do a little bit later on, Josh, is a mate of mine built a turbine, a series of turbines and reactors, and he got 240 RF a tick from one chicken.
What the fuck?
What's your language? He plugged in one Yellorium chicken into his reactor, and it was feeding enough Yellorium ingots into the system to give him 250 RF a tick.
That's that.
For one chicken. So there, mighty powerful chickens. Chickens rule.